Robert Hughes once said, a sculptor needs perversity to work in stuff like basalt. Xavier Corbero has never lacked this attribute.
I wanted to do something inspired on a poem of St. John of the Cross, one of the Spanish mystics. And anyway, I thought of this very strict thing, which is a semicircle and a semicircle. Then I did it, and this side, I had to cut more from this edge to there, so the things on top would be a semicircle. And then when we were setting it here, we heard a noise like that. And we were looking for the noise the whole morning. And it was the man who was helping me had a screwdriver coming out of his belt. And every time he got up, and stone in general doesn't sound like that. And I tried to make others, and impossible. It's just this one stone. So it's not basalt, it's this stone of basalt. It's amazing.
Much of Corbero's early work was done in marble, fashioned in subtle curves and near transparencies, fine and elegant, sinuous and weightless.
My first sculpture, I did it with some marble I got stolen from the cemetery of Barcelona, because we were very, very poor. It was called Montse, who was my first girlfriend. And I was, I don't know, 16 or something like that when I did it. In New York, we had dinner at least once a week, and generally 2 or 3 times a week. He always brought people that were interesting, like Levi Strauss, and nice people. This is Alberti the poet, and this is Luis Miguel, this is Antonio Gades, this is Picasso.
Friends with many great artists over the years, Marcel Duchamp, Manuel Viola, who had a great influence on Corbero's early life, the Tiffany designer Elsa Peretti, Liechtenstein, and Miro.
Miro was a typical painter, and like an angel. He was very poetic, but he was so poetic that he was almost more of a poem than of a poet. And you know, the surrealists used to pull his leg a lot. But he was a very nice person. Dali was not nice. Dali was really very, very intelligent and could be very nasty. But I liked him very much, and he liked me quite a bit. This is Antonio Gades, my friend, and we were like brothers, because we looked very much alike, by the way. So I went to America with his passport, he drove with my driving license, and we had a lovely time. And he was the best dancer ever, the best flamenco dancer, and a very good dancer as such. He was the first character dancer of the Scala in Milano.
Corbero's love of flamenco inspired his Cap Roig exhibition, which featured 33 sculptures of famous flamenco artists and his beloved friend Antonio Gades. Corbero's home, an architectural enigma, is at Esplugues, on the outskirts of Barcelona. This labyrinth of buildings is its own living sculpture and has provided studios, workshops and gallery space for young artists. Visitors are instantly seduced, caught between admiration and a sense of unreality.
Margaret Thatcher, she came twice, and she was unbelievable because she liked the place and she liked the way that the windows worked. So she learned how to open and close my windows, which Spaniards take forever. So the next time she came, she was explaining my people how the window worked. She was quite something. I was sort of worried and not very excited because I thought I wouldn't like her because I was more or less on the other side, but of her thoughts. But then I have to admit that I liked her very much because she was charming and very bright. Hockney went to Royal College at the same time that I was attending the Central School and going to the Royal College on time. So we knew each other more or less. But then he came often to here, to Splugues, with his friend Peter and his other two friends, George Lawson and Wayne Sleep, the dancer. So we had a fantastic time here and there because they were very, very, very funny. I have a group of sculptures in Broadgate. There is Mommy, Daddy, and the little girl who has Mary Jane shoes, and a little bull and a dog with Scottish Terrier called Valentino. And that's it. It was fun to set it because we had to have a crane that went all over from the street to the other side of the buildings. It was quite something. It worked very well. In Beirut, there is something like 22 in a place called Bab Idris, which is one of the exits of the souk. And it used to be the way into the Roman hippodrome. So these are figures that are going